What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, Crypto Warriors, the Sultan Crypto back in again. Today is Tuesday, June 16th, 2020. A year from now, you will wish you had started today. Karen Lamb, let's get into it. Blockchain is evolving like the internet. Who will be the crypto Hotmail? This is from Iqbal V. Gandham. Who is he? He is the managing director of eToro UK. Iqbal, who has almost 20 years of entrepreneurial and business strategy experience and an in-depth understanding of how to accelerate growth in young internet-enabled companies. He joined eToro in 2016 as UK Managing Director, where he is responsible for developing new products and driving growth in the UK. Having originally trained as a spacecraft engineer, he has held senior roles in India and the UK as both a technologist and marketer. So just to give you background on who the person is writing this article and where his thoughts are, where he's not just getting these ideas out of the thin air, basically, right? So the internet started its life over 30 years ago, and since then it has penetrated every aspect of our lives. Today it underpins virtually everything we do. In fact, it's difficult to imagine our lives without it. The march of technology continues, and we have reached a crossroads. A different technology evolution that I predict is likely to have a similar impact on our lives is blockchain. And if you haven't seen its potential, you aren't looking closely. Let's get straight to the meat and potatoes right here. Our first experience of the internet was when companies such as AOL started to drop CDs in our mailbox. I remember this being in high school and my family getting our first computer, our first desktop computer, and getting that AOL CD to upload the program for AOL onto the computer. They didn't do over the air updates back then. They actually sent you a CD in the mail, so this way you could have the latest updates and the latest version of their program. These service providers were called ISPs, Internet Service Providers, and without them, we couldn't have had the World Wide Web. It was fun, though, to play around with our newfound toys. At this point in history, the use case for the web was, well, nothing. But we connected nonetheless. No use case. There was no real quote-unquote use case for the web in the 1990s. It's not like how we have Amazon right now, where you could literally order anything from your phone, from the palm of your hands. You could watch, like you're watching this right now. If you're watching it on YouTube, you're more likely watching it in the palm of your hand. Just the infrastructure wasn't there yet. You see how things are lining up. The way how things seem to repeat themselves, kind of, sort of. Let me see, at this point, boom. So we didn't really need a use case for the internet or go as far as to question why it existed. We never once asked, will the internet scale? But that's the big thing that's happening right now with blockchain and the likes of Bitcoin and Ethereum and these other blockchains out there, Cardano, EOS. Will they scale? Will they scale? It shouldn't be a matter of will they scale. It's a matter of when they'll scale. The reason is because back then, and I made sure I put this note here because I was thinking at the time, this was because we weren't sending value or money over IP. We weren't sending value over the internet back then in the early stages. We weren't sending any e-money or anything like that. But now that we have a value that we could send peer-to-peer without a third party, Bitcoin, now we're asking these questions. Will it scale? How can it service the whole world and things of that nature? When that shouldn't be the questions, we should be asking. We should be asking about the security. And, when they ask about a use case, Bitcoin is being used every single day. Every single day. All right? We didn't complain that we couldn't send a movie over it, or that it was too slow at delivering information we needed. We didn't need to go online. Instead, we just ended up always online. And that's what eventually happened. We didn't need to go online back when the internet was coming out. It was starting to get developed. And I played a video the other day of the Today Show, the infamous Today Show, or the infamous Today Show episode where Brian Gumble and Katie Couric and some other lady was on there, and they're talking about what's internet? What's internet anyway? What? How do I send? I send mail. Why do I need to send mail? But now everybody, it's just second nature. What was the one thing that everyone needed before they could shop at Amazon, or before they could set up accounts on social networks such as ICQ? Email addresses. Without the humble email address, one could not access almost any service on the internet. True that. In crypto, we first need the crypto. With the internet, we needed the connection. In order to access or acquire this crypto, we need the exchanges to sell it to us, which is similar to the ISPs in the internet example. So he's breaking it down based on what he have seen in the past. I have to agree with him 100% in this article, and as always, all the articles will be linked in the description below. But as I've stated, I have to agree with him, because this was my experience growing up, in the 90s, being a teenager in the 90s, going to high school and stuff, and short, quote unquote, using the internet. It was just sticking around on the internet. That's it. You really couldn't get anything of value from the internet. I was able to talk to a few friends here and there, but that was it. That was it. I'd much rather use the telephone, to be honest, anyway. Then came Hotmail, which was a game changer. It changed the user interface and made it so easy for everyone to obtain an email address and read their emails from anywhere. That was the game changer. Hotmail was the game. That was the killer app for the internet. Hotmail. Being able to have access to email for free, and you could access it from anywhere in the world, and you could read your emails from anywhere and correspond with anyone anywhere in the world. That was the killer app. What is the blockchain equivalent of email addresses? Put simply, wallets. What is the one thing we all need to have before we can start using to use crypto? Wallets. And it's true. We need to have a wallet set up either via the exchanges, which is basically our ISPs right now. They have all the different wallets available for us on their exchange for all the different blockchains and cryptocurrencies that's available on that exchange. Wallets. The wallet is that killer app. It is usability dependent. Currently, the user interface for a crypto wallet is not simple. Wallets are also a lot more complicated than email, which is true, 100% true. Currently, each blockchain has its own wallet. You can't send Ethereum to a Bitcoin wallet and vice versa, okay? It is not interoperable. It's not going to happen. You send your Ethereum to a Bitcoin wallet, you just lost your funds. And if you send your Bitcoin to an Ethereum wallet, you just lost your funds. The great thing is now, to prevent that from happening in a lot of the exchanges, if you don't enter a full wallet address, or if it thinks that it's the wrong wallet address, it'll tell you you're wrong. You can't send the funds because that's not a correct wallet address. It's not for Bitcoin, or it's not for Ethereum, or whatever the case is. So that's what's available now on these exchanges. But in the early days of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, that wasn't available. And people lost their funds all the time trying to send their Bitcoin, and accidentally, of course, and all that. We need to have some sort of interoperability between them, so that a master wallet or even sub wallets. We need different wallets per blockchain. How do we do this? Maybe a master wallet or container where, like having multiple email addresses, send an email to one account. You have sub wallets, just like how you have on your phone. You're able to have multiple email addresses for in different accounts and different things like that, and it's just all in one app. All right, all in the email app or the mail app, whatever the case is. But then you have multiple different emails connected to that mail app. So that this is the thing that he's saying is going to be the game changer, and I agree with him. That will be the game changer for the crypto space, when you're able to have a wallet and just send value. Doesn't matter what it is. If I'm sending, like I said, Ether, Bitcoin, friggin' EOS, it doesn't matter. There's all these sub wallets, and it just automatically knows where to send it. Automatically knows where to send the funds without me having to specifically say, okay, this is my Bitcoin address. Let me put that in right here, right now, into that specific field, and then send the Bitcoin over. No, I'm just sending Bitcoin, and I just give them my wallet address, my main master wallet address, and it just goes in there, and then boom, it just knows where to send it. All right, we just received some Bitcoin. We're gonna send it right here into that Bitcoin sub address. We just received some ETH. We're gonna send it into the Ethereum sub address. And so on and so forth, all the way down to a million different cryptos, whatever the case is. That is going to be the killer app. And this person, Iqbal, is right on cue. Like, he hit the nail right on the head. I couldn't have stated it better. Definitely going to be using this as an example of what is needed when I get questions and things of that nature, right? Like, how's the industry going to change, and what will help to change the industry? And right now he's saying we need that Hotmail. We need that Hotmail scenario to happen for cryptocurrencies. This way it'll onboard millions of more users and help them to make that transition into crypto a lot easier, because without it, it'll just be an ongoing thing of the way how things are now. You have your Ethereum camp, your Bitcoin camp, your this camp, your that camp, and your this maximalist, your that maximalist. Look, we just need one killer ass app that will just change the game, and that's the app. That Hotmail type situation, I think, will be that game changer. And I definitely agree with this person right here, 100%. You let me know what you think in the comment section below. It's your boy, Sergeant Crypto. Thanks for watching. Smash up that like, hit that subscribe button, notification bell to get notified when I upload new videos, and I'm out. Peace.